The San Francisco 49ers, hopefully all dried up, are back in the Sunshine State for Week 2, taking on the 1-0, that's right, 12s, say it with me, the 1-0 Seattle Seahawks.
From 64, missed it, and the Seahawks are going to win this game.
Danger who? Geno Smith. Give him a standing O. Seriously, doesn't matter who you are.
Blitz, Homer, picked it up briefly, and Smith flips, wide open, caught. Disley, touchdown, what a start.
Faces a Seattle legend in the Emerald City. In Week 1, following that offseason trade, you outplay him and win the game. And you took a broken jaw standing up for yourself once. Does he get G access now?
What a nice piece of work by Geno Smith. Got away from the sack and found good one for 16.
Was it always mind-blowing? No. DK Metcalf led the team in targets. It was all short stuff, though.
Metcalf, Surtain, Metcalf, and he fight their way for a 4-yard play.
Who is the candidate to cover DK more often than not? Charvarius Ward, even in a monsoon, San Francisco debut went well.
Mooney Ward in his first game as a 49er was stride for stride with Pringle.
It's not really worth trying to push forward too much from the 49ers Week 1 game to Week 2, but it's all we have to work with. But we all know every 49ers fan was singing Milli Vanilli all week long. Their secondary on paper did well.
That ball is incomplete, broken up by Gibson.
But when the game was on the line, in crazy conditions, mind you, they weren't able to come through.
Fields given time, end zone, touchdown! And would you believe this? The Bears lead in the fourth quarter.
Their pass rush came up with 2 sacks in the slop.
And there's Nick Bosa on this loaded front 7. There's the headliner.
So Bosa can find his way home in a storm, and Seattle had trouble with a good or better than good pass rusher. Bradley Chubb was able to get to Smith twice.
Pressure off the edge, and Smith is sacked by Bradley Chubb.
RASHAAD Penny threw down 2 quarters and a dime on 5 yards a run. No pennies needed.
Penny breaks loose, and he is the man now in Seattle.
49ers handled Chicago's top runner great. 1.5 yards per carry allowed to David Montgomery.
Montgomery is hit in the backfield and dropped. Talanoa Hufanga got there first. He has been all over.
They gave up 5 a run to Khalil Herbert on his 9 carries, though.
And it's Khalil Herbert with a hole and a first down to the 10.
Run game could have been a big topic the other way around. Seattle's defense struggled with the Broncos' ground game, gave up over 5 yards per carry, didn't matter who it was.
Toss to Javonte Williams, breaks through. He is a tank.
It really bums me out Elijah Mitchell got hurt. So Jeff Wilson likely gets his touches. He didn't do too much last week, but beware Seattle, he's a burner.
And again, Jeff Wilson was their leading rusher in 2020 at 10 total touchdowns.
And so is Trey Lance. His first game as lead QB didn't go great, but the potential he has when he runs is evident.
Lance tucks it, takes off, needs the 34, and he gets it.
The Seahawks only faced 1 Russ run, so can't tell you much on that front. Thankfully for football fans everywhere, Debo is still running. He's still willing to grab a bike and, treat someone like Red.
Samuel again looks to use his speed. Debo Samuel's in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
When you get to Lance the passer, he tried to hook up with Samuel, but he could only pull it off twice. Again, blame it on the rain, maybe. George Kittle was out too. So it's no shock Lance's debut as the new face of the franchise didn't go as planned.
Lance gets intercepted by Eddie Jackson.
In any regard, you'd expect him to work Kittle in if his groin is better. The connection with Debo should improve. Seattle might not have Jamal Adams in their secondary. He left the game on a cart. Seahawks didn't really look great in coverage. Wilson hung 340 yards on him, over 8 yards per attempt, rating over 100.
Wilson floats it. There's Judy. And touchdown, Denver Broncos.
What do you think after all of that? One of the harder games to make heads or tails of after just that first week. You take care of the prediction business in the comment section. We'll take care of it on the screen.